Start. Good evening, everybody. It is January 27th of 2022. For me, it is officially like 9:15 in the evening. Just got home from work. Thursday nights are my usual like late night shifts. And I work 11 to 11 to 8. And yeah, no, I work at that shift. I left early on Tuesday, for helping out my fiance, and so I had to stay like a little bit later today. So like I left work at like 8:30. So here I am. I'm home. I still want to commit to making these videos, even if it's just something like this, because I hate to say it, but there's just gonna be days where I am just busy, and if I can make the choice to record at home at like my desk and at my studio where I know it's like easier to get like a little bit. I'm hoping to get it to the conditions where it's higher quality versus just my phone, which I know is not the highest quality. Or have like an iPhone 7, and I think we're what are we up to, like a 13 right now? So, I guess today will kind of be like a little bit of like again like life update along with kind of what to expect over the next couple of days. So um, I was actually really angry today. Um, that kind of just anger of like I just was really ready to like rip people's heads off. My fiance Gabrielle, she was really she's feeling really dehumanized at her job, and I'm also feeling really dehumanized at mine. And it's just, it just gets old, and I was just so angry, and I just didn't want to put up with it of anything of it anymore. And I think people could tell that I wasn't doing well because I've had like two or three people like try to kind of like come and cheer me up throughout the day. Okay, I legit had this moment today that I swear is like a scene from like The Office. So okay, story time. It's story time. All right, sit down, get comfy. Okay, so today I was angry. I confided in this and one of my coworkers. Her name is Lashante. She is basically so. Um, I don't know if I should actually use real names because I would want their permission. Well, I already said her name, but I just won't say my actual boss's name then in this case because it's kind of who it's about. But um, I confided in Lashante about the fact that I was getting really fed up and I was really tired and that I had my letter of resignation written. Um, just like telling her like I'm really fed up, I'm really tired, like I'm just exhausted of it all, and like I just didn't want to do it anymore. Then come later on during the day, this is like hours later, I am basically at one point walking across, in front of my boss's doorway, and her like so Lashante and my boss are both sitting in the room. I just happened to be passing by at the time, and then all of a sudden I just get this little comment from my boss. It's like, "Oh, Sam, you're not smiling. Like, what's going on?" And I'm sitting here about to like freak out because I'm just like, I'm like, did she say something? I'm like, I'm literally like glancing at. Now in this moment, I'm like panicked, like also like semi focused on something else, like because I was in the middle of like I was actually in the middle of an interview with a student. I was trying to collect some information from somebody else in a nearby office. But yeah, no, I'm like, I'm fine. When the reality is like I'm not fine, but like you just in the corporate world you don't really say how you're really feeling. Like at least that's the vibe that I get. I really would love to work in a workplace where that's not the case, but um, yeah, no, that was happening where, like, so here I am, like, I'm eyeballing Lashante this entire time. I'm just like, did you? I'm like, did you tell her? Did you? You know, and I can't say anything like this. I can't say a word about it. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, I'm just like, fuck, what do I do? And you know, so I just like but I kind of I trusted Lashante. I'm like, I'm going to imagine Lashante. I'm gonna play it off like Lashante just hasn't said anything, and maybe she just my boss is genuinely just trying to like check on me, and that's actually what it turned out to be. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm fine. Like it's a rough start. I don't have as many people. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. Recruiter wise. Um, and and then so checked on it. I come back later after I'm finished with like the student, and I find a sticky note under my mouse, and oh yeah, shiny mouse, and um I find a note that just says Sam, and that was from Lashante. That like Sam, I didn't say anything, so I like run over to her, and we both just start bursting out laughing because we're just like, oh my god, that was like so, like, because Lashante was afraid that I was going to like I would have said something to like give up that information to Anna that was saying like what if I said like Lashante, you told her that I wanted to put in my letter of resignation, and then you know and then like my boss could have been like, what do you want to do? And like looking at me and then like looking at Lashante and like, and you didn't tell me, like there's so, oh focus, there were so many things that could have gone wrong in that moment. It just felt like a scene from The Office, and I feel like it could have gone way worse, but it didn't. That kind of moment helped kind of just like break my anger, and like I just couldn't help but laugh, and kind of just like was able to like get it out of my system. But this weekend I'm actually realistically gonna like look at my finances and see if it's affordable, if I can uh, put my 2 weeks notice in on Monday or not, and see. Because if I can, I think I still really want to. I Yeah, that's just where I'm at. I would rather go do something else in the meantime that's a little bit cheaper than keep working this job. I just really don't want to do it anymore. So that will be a very exciting update to look forward to on Monday, which I think will be is that February yet? Oh my god, February is right around the corner. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it'll be the 31st. I invoke the Lord's name, because next month is like my mom's birthday, Valentine's Day, and my anniversary, my 6 year anniversary with my fiance, that we've just been together as like a couple. So yeah, that'll be that's coming up soon. Sorry, I need like a minute to just like breathe for a second. So, um, so expect that kind of update on Monday, if whether or not I actually decide to go follow through with putting in my letter of resignation or not. If I do, my last day will be like February the 11th. Um, Beyond that, tomorrow Pokemon Arceus comes out. Super excited for that. I noticed actually like the reviews for it were actually looking pretty promising, coming in at like an 86. I'm really excited about it. I super loved Breath of the Wild, and just both of the. Granted, I know they're both very different studios that worked on them, but still, it's just somebody who enjoys Nintendo's open world games. I'm really looking forward to do it, and what I'm gonna make sure to do is either I haven't figured out what day, but I mean, if I want more viewers, I should probably try to plan on doing it for probably on Saturday if I could to like upload to like actually upload a trailer or a trailer upload gameplay of it. So I'll try to make that happen over the weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. I know that'll still like bring in some viewers as long as it can actually like it loads and it works. So I might have to. So it actually might be a good idea if I have time tomorrow night is try to figure out and see if it'll work of like um, streaming of like playing on my Switch. I'm playing like Stardew Valley right now, so like maybe like try to just like play that for a little bit and see how like it actually translates to being on my computer and how like it actually renders. Oh, we'll see. Um, I really wish I didn't hate my job. I wish I was happier and that I wasn't in this position of wanting to leave and wanting to find something different. I really wish I could find, like something that I'm happy with that pays the bills that isn't like literally all I want right now is just a job. Like I don't need it to be like, I ultimately my goal is I want to become a therapist because I think that is like would be meaningful and could be sustaining um, career. But I ultimately like for right now with where I'm at, I just want something that's like it's decent hours, decent pay, isn't super stressful, like happy like work life balance. Like that's like I don't like I could honestly care less what the job is, you know. I mean, as long as it wasn't anything like crazy or anything like that. But if it like hit those conditions, dude, that's like all I really want right now. So here's hoping that I can kind of find something like that. All right, I'm gonna sign off. Sorry to kind of leave it on like that kind of like somber note, but it's just kind of where I'm at. I'm sad that I'm not happy, you know. But I'm gonna have some fun this weekend. With Pokemon Arceus. I think that looks so cool. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So good night, everybody. I love you all, and I look forward to talking with you guys tomorrow. Bye.